Go ahead. Next one.
NFC North.
The Beta Blue Blood.
Yeah.
The Beta Blue Blood division. Yeah. This is where they all went to go.
Matt Patricia. Yeah.
Matt Patricia. Another Belichick disciple. So, dude. Okay. Couple things wrong with him. So if you hear him talk, just look at him. You've probably never heard him talk. You look at his fucking voice. You think some deep fucking Popeye villain voice and shit like that. Nope, sure isn't, man. He talks like fucking like Michael Jackson and shit. It's fucking ridiculous. And he loves like space and like wants to work for NASA eventually, which is a huge red flag, dude. Like holy shit, just like I couldn't even enter him into our ABI machine. I could it was like a bad dollar in a vending machine.
Immediately got spit back out.
Yeah, just in worse condition than you put it in. Like it was like that and.
Yeah. I thought you meant space, like spacing his defensive line or some shit.
No. Like
I was like, what's wrong with that?
I listened to him on Pardon My Take, and he's like, yeah. So I like to like watch old like rocket launches and shit like that. I'm like, oh, fucking loser. Like again, in life, that's fine. You're not coaching my football team. That's Like, that's what I got to keep realizing to these people. The beta index, I apply to some of this shit that I'm calling a beta, like a lot of it. You know what I mean?
You got to see it yourself, you know. Yeah.
But I'm also not coaching a football team. I've denied many opportunities because of it.
True.
But the thing is also, you'll notice, pencil in the air, what's that play sheet got around it? Lamination. So what the fuck is the pencil doing? So then we linked a thing.
Wait, hang on. Is this pencil one of those like fake pencil, like mechanical twisty pencils? No. You know what I mean? Like,
Pow. It's a number 2 taekwondo.
I don't know. It might be one of those mechanicals, which is extra lame. You know, not the cool mechanicals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The twist.
Where
you twist the front.
Exactly, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I do think it's a number 2 like taekwondo.
Okay.
I do believe. I did look at that, but yes, that would be fucking incredible, dude. Like the shitty one that where like you're like, Mom, can I get some mechanical pencils? And she comes home with a 99 pack of that. You're like, fuck, in the little plastic paper. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, man. What is it? It was like 0.05 lead.
Yeah.
Or 0.5 lead. Yeah, that was the 0.7 lead. 0.7 lead went way harder than 0.5 lead.
Yeah.
And so I had to look at like, okay, am I wrong here? Make sure the pencil didn't actually touch the laminated sheet. So then again, he gets on his nerd shit when he's trying to explain himself. You can sharpen it real nice and just get that right deal.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know what the fuck that means. But I just wound up carrying it around all the time. We're always writing stuff on what? The fucking sheet is laminated. It's literally typed. It's literally typed.
What does it say? The pencil works in all weather? No, it doesn't. It's literally Dude,
have you ever had a wet eraser? A wet eraser is,
even a wet pencil.
And
a wet pencil.
Dude, do you think he has a little binder with a magic rub eraser, dude? Just like the old magic rubs, just like
potentially so.
Dude. It'd be funny if they fired him. and like they fired him and they go in there and they just like write his name in pencil on a sheet and then just erase it. Like they're just like, well, that's it, Matt. But it's like. Yeah, and then he gets into other shit. We're doing a lot as far as adjustments and modifications and stuff. Every game we're playing, there's a lot of adjustment or things going on depending on what the offense is doing. This is actually what he sounds like, too. Yeah. Whether it's taking notes within the series or in between. Again, what are you writing on? Nobody asked him why. Nobody asked him the hard-hitting question. They lobbed him a fucking softball. Yeah. And it's like, again, I don't care how smart my fucking coach is, especially outside of football. I actually prefer if he isn't smart outside of football. So, let's go on because this is the beta fucking blue blood division.
All right. Matt LaFleur.
This is Aaron Rodgers' new friend. He's not the coach of the Falcons. This is just an elite picture, an elite wrist movement picture.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. Dude, and then first off, play sheet tucked where your fucking dick is, so I can't see that it's inverted. Nice try, pal.
Yeah.
And,
come on. Yeah. We all know that movie.
So again,
we all know that's
this is when the visor does not work. The visor doesn't work. That could have been an easy fucking hat, just a full hat situation, or nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could you have a head of hair, let it bang.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to have kind of a receding hairline for the visor to work, and with like the chia pet hair coming out, like. Yeah. And this is like if Mayor Pete wore a visor. That's what it would look like.
Yeah.
And so we're sticking with the mall. People that work in the mall. He's like the guy who works in the mall. He's not like REI fucking guy, Zach Taylor, but. He works at like the Quicksilver shop, and like if you ever go to the Quicksilver shop in the mall, like you're like, oh wow, they have better Quicksilver stuff at PacSun. Like, I don't know why I'm in the Quicksilver store. So he's like one of those guys that wants to work at the fucking cool store and can't. And fucking, he was brought in to be Aaron Rodgers' fucking cool friend. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers, really nice guy Aaron Rodgers, isn't going to make fun of this fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
Sure. Not going to work. Got him to the NFC Championship game last year, but no. Sorry. Yeah. Winning's not everything.
Yeah. All right. Nick. Who's this dude? Yeah, Matt Nagy?
No, it was one before.
Oh wait.
Him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is next on the list.
Mike Zimmer. So, he's like one of those guys. Like, he's probably about 60. You know what I mean? But like, he's like, no, I'm 87. A phone? What's this? You know what I mean? Like when you put it, we didn't have these. It's like, oh yeah, you were 40 when they came out. You know, it's not that big of a deal. And which. I don't know if I need my head coaches to operate that. That one, I don't know. Like, I remember he was doing an interview, like a Skype interview, and he couldn't get, like, basic headphones, not even AirPods, like basic headphones. He's like looking at him like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I don't know what. It's
like Joe Biden.
These don't go.
He's like Biden.
Yeah. But like Biden is like 18 years older than him. So it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
And dude, he used to be on like Hard Knocks on HBO with the Bengals. He was fucking hilarious. He'd be like making fun of his players. Classic defensive coordinator where he's like, we don't baby anybody. Like, we don't have quarterbacks so we can yell at each other. But dude, he like literally, Kirk Cousins is like one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the league, and like the Vikings this year could have got out of his contract for like nothing. Not nothing, but like they could have got out of his contract for a lot less, and they kept Kirk Cousins and traded his best wide receiver who hates Kirk Cousins. So it's like, nah, man, like that's not the way you do it.
Yeah.
Like now you have no good wide receiver. You don't have a good wide receiver, and like Kirk Cousins, dude, he grills his steaks as a quarterback, grills his steaks in tinfoil on the fucking grill,
dude. Yeah.
That's like the task force. The fucking task force pulls up.
Dude,
when
Hank
that happens,
Hill
man.
has entered the chat.
Yeah. God dang it, Kirk. And dude, holy shit, I love it, dude. One of the best King of the Hill lines is like where he's showing Bobby all the fucking ways to cook a steak.
Yeah.
And then like it's like he's got like the paint swatch chart of like pinkness.
Yeah.
And he opens it up and it's like, then there's well done, which is cooked all the way through. And then it's like, well, what happens if someone asks us to cook it well done, Dad? And he's like, we ask them politely yet firmly to leave. and so that's exactly
well done hater. I was a well done bro when I was young for sure. Or medium well, definitely.
Yeah, so you were meant to be a vegan.
True. Yeah.
No, it's like I need this to be most like tree bark.
Yeah.
Like how can we get there? How can we get there? And I got just the thing. So that's my again. That's another thing. It's like, dude, if you're gonna, I don't really like I don't do a lot of red meat. So it's like if I do though, I'm gonna do the full experience. I'm going borderline tartar. I'm going borderline tartar, my friend.
Red for a reason, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Call me Robert Redford.
Yeah.
And Zimmer commitment to Kirk Cousins is a hard beta move. Vikings should have won something by now and they didn't. Mm-hmm. You wonder why. So you said Matt Nagy. So
Matt Nagy.
You had a question.
Yeah.
You had a question. He was just some fucking
bald head visor with the beard. Yeah, we got the.
So we got a number of problems here, and it's the classic, dude. If you look at that old Chargers coach, it's basically this is what happens when white guys have
the
that
weird
look.
baseball button up,
horrendous.
The weird baseball button up over the long sleeve.
He's the type of guy. He's like that Dodge Stratus has not moved in 3 days, and I will call the city.
Yeah.
He has that look on his face at all times. And dude, he's one of those guys. He got hired. He was on the Andy Reid coaching tree. Now, one thing you got to be careful with is Andy Reid's offensive coordinators. It's kind of like Peyton Manning. You're not really an offensive coordinator. You're just kind of like basically the guy who makes sure Andy Reid has like his fucking foam to-go box steak ready to go.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And again, do you think Andy Reid? Andy Reid is a rare. Like he's a big rare steak guy, I think.
Yeah.
There's if you brought him well done, he would put it underneath the table. He's like, oh yeah, the table was kind of leaning the one way. I'll put it underneath the table.
Word. Yeah.
Fucking Nagy, he's like he runs like his fucking plays are so funny, dude. He has like the quarterback in the shotgun, and then like it's like high school style, where then like the running back switches to quarterback, fucking quarterback switches to wide receiver,
and no one's
and
fooled,
then like
dude.
no, the defense doesn't move, doesn't even. They're like, nah, all right, fuck it, and then and it's like you could tell the coach is like wanting to see the linebacker point, like no, like point and stuff, and he's like, nope, the linebackers
and they
like
run,
reading,
they run it anyway.
The linebackers just like reading like The Hobbit.
The whole,
like,
the whole strategy is invalidated. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then they motion back to the same fucking thing that they already were, and then they just hand it off, lose 2 yards. You're like, oh, sick, mastermind, Matt Nagy. Before this pre-snap mastermind.
Yeah.
Or then like they'll get a good play, and then it'll be like illegal formation, 5-yard penalty. Yep. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah. It's like, oh, I guess you can't do that. Yeah. So Matt Nagy, I love him because it's just you watch the play and you're like, this isn't gonna happen. And our